All right, so today we have a 2005 Nissan Altima. This car is a leaking coolant, so they've already removed some of this to get to where it was leaking. So basically, the upper radiator fitting here just broke off the radiator, so it's just leaking everywhere. So we're going to go ahead and replace this radiator here. So I've already got it draining. We've already drained out what was left of the coolant. So we're going to go ahead and start removing that now. All right, so here we are at the bottom of the car. We have our lower radiator hose here. We have another fitting, so what we did is we had pulled this out. This drained the radiator, so we've already drained all the fluid out of it. So we're going to go ahead and disconnect our lower radiator hose, and then we have some tranny lines here. All right, so now we're going to remove, this is our transmission cooler lines. All right, so we'll go ahead and remove our overflow line. And we have a couple clips for our wiring harness. And then we also want to remove the plug from the fan. Sometimes the connectors are a little hard. I just use the tip and push in with it, and I can pull it out. All right, so now we have our wiring laid back. We're just going to go ahead and take this hose off just to get it out of our way. All right, so now we have our two upper mounts. All right, so here we have our new radiator that we got from Auto Parts Direct to You. So we want to go over it. We want to make sure everything is the same. We're not going to have any issues. So along the top, everything looks the same. The only real difference that we have is this is our transmission cooler in between here that's laid inside. So these are straight fittings versus we had some angle fittings. Now we could swap them, but this is going to be fine. I mean, swapping them would maybe give us a leak if we didn't have this seated correctly. We'll be okay with leaving the straights on there, so that's not really going to make a difference. Now what we're going to do now is we want to transfer our fans over to our new radiator. All right, so we just want to make sure that our little rubber mounts are in place. That's going to be our little isolators where the pins fit into. There's the other one. All right, so go ahead and we'll put our upper support back on. All right, we'll go back and lay our wiring back out. We're going to go ahead and replace our clamp with a worm style clamp. Just cleaning a little corrosion off of the radiator hose. So the only thing left to do here, we don't have the mounting bolts for this. Not sure where the customer put those. We'll have to ask him when he picks his car up. And we got our cap. Rehook up our overflow. All right, so now we'll go underneath the car and do the transmission lines. All right, so we're going to go ahead and remove this clamp and change it out with a new style clamp. I'm going to go ahead and make our connections for our tranny lines. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and add coolant. The coolant that we have is a 50-50 mix. So we're going to go ahead and fill this up, and we'll keep like a little bit about here on this, so once the thermostat opens up, it drops out, and we can keep on putting fluid as long as we need to. It takes about 20-30 minutes to run through all the air, to have it all pop out. Once we get there, we have a little stopper, and then we can remove and put our regular thermostat cap on, our radiator cap. Once we get this to settle down, right now it's still gurgling through, then we'll go ahead and start the engine up. All right, so we've stopped all our bubbling. We have a level about right here right now. We're going to get it up to about right here. We'll go ahead and start it up. So what we'll do is we're kind of slowly gurgling out the last bit of air. We'll go ahead and run this for about 15-20 minutes or so, getting all the bubbles out. We'll slowly watch the temperature rise. The thermostat will open. It'll pull in the rest. Once the thermostat opens and we top it off, we're pretty much good to go from there.